Hi everyone. So in our last presentation session, we started with the topic called file attributes and permission. So in the last presentation session, I explained what is a file. So what are all the attributes that will be present with respect to a file? What are all the permissions you can see with respect to a file? I explained in a file there will be three major categories: the owner of the file, the group associated with the file, and the others, that is the people who are no way concerned with respect to the file. These are the three categories. For all these three categories of users, there can be different permissions. So there are three major permissions: read, write and execute. So you can allocate different permission to different category of users. That is, for the owner you can give different permission, for the group people you can give different permission, for others you can give different permission. So in the last session we saw the 7 attributes associated with respect to the file. So in order to list all the files present inside the current directory, the command to be used is ls command. So I explained in the last presentation session that you can make use of ls command with many options. So one such option you can use your ls command is with -l. So whenever you are using your ls command with the -l option, then it will list all the files present inside the current directory along with their attributes. So if you simply give ls command, then it will list all the files present in the current directory. It won't give me the attributes associated with respect to the file. So if you also want the attributes associated with respect to each of the files, then you want to use the option called as -l. So -l is an option to be used along with your ls command in order to display the file attributes. Now we shall try to understand this particular example. What is the output you are getting in this particular example? You should clearly understand this particular example, because in our further topics we are going to see lot more examples with respect to this option -l. So if you understand the output of this particular example, then you will be in a better position to understand the further concepts. So as you can see here, once you use -l command, it is listing the attributes of the files present in the current directory. So firstly, it is giving me total 72. What this indicates in the sense that is there are total of 72 blocks that is occupied by all the files listed. Each block is equal to 512 bytes. That is 72 into 512 bytes are occupied by these two files. That much memory is occupied by these two files. So as you can see, after this you are getting the attributes of a particular file. Now we shall try to understand what is the output you are getting by looking into the each of the lines separately. So this is one separate file, second one is another separate file. So we shall try to understand in detail with respect to both the outputs, that is both the files. As you can see, this first letter or this first digit indicates whether the file is an ordinary file or a directory file. So if it is simply an underscore, that indicates this particular file is an ordinary file. So the next three letters indicates the permission associated with respect to the owner, the person who created the file. The owner is having read permission, write permission, he is not having execute permission. That means he can read the file, he can write a file, but he cannot execute the file. The next three letters indicates the permission with respect to group, the team members. The team members who are sharing this particular file. For those the permission given is read permission, they are not having write and execute permission. The group members or the team members can only read the file, they cannot write and execute into the file. So apart from the owner and the group, there are also a set of people who are no way concerned with the file. They are called as others, the third category. They are called as others. For them also, only read permission is given, write and execute permission is not given. So this is the first attribute, file type, which is an ordinary file, and the permission associated with respect to each category, that is the owner, group, and the last one is others. So next one indicates links, the number of links associated with respect to this file, the number of references, that is there is one reference. This file is referenced only once. The third column indicates the person who created the file, the owner name. The owner name is Kumar. The fourth column indicates the group name, which is metal. The fifth column indicates the file size in bytes, 19,514 bytes. The sixth column indicates the last modified time and date, when this particular file was last modified, May 10 o'clock 13 minutes 45 seconds. And the last column indicates the file name itself, which is chap01. So these are all the attributes with respect to a file that you will get when you use your ls command with the -l option. Inside a current directory, what are all the files? All those files will be listed along with their corresponding attributes. Now we shall see one more file which has been listed. This is actually a directory file. Since D is present here, this is a directory file. This is the permissions of the owner, read, write, execute. This is the permissions of group, read and execute, no write permission. This is the permission of others, read and execute, no write permission. The number of links is 2. That means this directory file is referenced 2 times. The person who created this directory file is Kumar. This is the group name, file size, last modified date and time, the directory name itself. So this is how you will be getting output whenever you are executing your ls command with the -l option. It will list all the files present inside the current directory along with their corresponding file attributes. So this completes your first topic, that is file attributes, some introductory topics. So next we shall try to understand whether we can list directory attributes. So instead of listing the file attributes, whether I can list my directory attributes directly. I need only the directory attributes, I won't need ordinary files. For that to happen, you cannot list the directory. Suppose I am inside a directory, I want to list all the subdirectory present inside a directory. I am inside IPL directory. Inside IPL directory, there are many subdirectories, RCB, CSK, MI, there are many other subdirectories. I want to list all those subdirectories. So if I use ls-d, it won't list me all the subdirectories. So there is no option in Unix operating system to list only the subdirectories. You need to list the files along with the subdirectories. You cannot only list your subdirectories. So you cannot use ls-d. So suppose if I want to obtain permissions, attributes associated with respect to a directory, then I can make use of ls-ld. So as you can see here, inside this particular directory, in the current directory, I want the attributes of help directory and procs. There are 2 subdirectories. In the current directory, there are 2 subdirectories. The first one is help dir, the second one is procs. For these 2 subdirectories, I need the attributes information. So in order to obtain the attributes information, I need to use -ld. Why? These are subdirectories. So when I give this, I will be getting this information. As you can see, these are directory files, as I had already mentioned. These are the permissions of owner, group, others, the number of links, owner name, group name, file size, last modified date and time. This is the directory name itself. So whenever you want to obtain the attributes associated with respect to subdirectories of the current directory, the option you need to use is -ld. You cannot directly use minus D, which is not at all available. So as you can see here, the significance of listing the attributes of a directory is completely different than compared to the listing of attributes of files. It has its own significance. Whenever you are listing attributes for a directory, adrudhu importance ಬೇರೆ ಏನೋ ಬೇರೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ then compared to listing of attributes of file. You cannot use ls minus d in order to list the subdirectories. You need to use minus ld in order to list the attributes. That is what has been mentioned here. ls has no option to list only your directories. So I need to use ಈಗ ls minus l ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ inside that particular current directory it will list all the files, also the directories. Suppose if I want only the directories, I cannot use minus d. There is no such option. But if you want the attributes of only the directories, then you can use minus ld along with the directory names. So this is how you can list your directory attributes by using the option called as minus ld along with your ls command. So far in the last two presentation session, including this one, so we studied what is a file, what are file attributes, the 7 different file attributes, how you can list the files present inside the current directory, that is with the help of ls command. If you want to obtain the attributes of all the files present inside the directory, then you need to use minus l option. So this is the output. I explained the output clearly, what actually is represented in this particular output. If you want to list the directory attributes, the option you need to use along with ls command is minus ld. So in our next presentation session, we shall try to cover some of the advanced concepts with respect to file permissions. So I had already explained there are 3 categories with respect to a file: the owner, group and others. So they will be having different permissions, as you can see here. Read, write and execute, those permission will be different for all those 3 category of users. Can we manually set to those permissions? Are there any options available to set those permissions? Those are all the concepts or topics we are going to cover in our next presentation session. So if you get any doubts with respect to any of the presentation session, you can ping me with respect to your doubts. Thank you.